reason why this podcast sucks and we have no fans is because Rick and damn Duper talk way too goddamn much.
Well, hello, everybody. I know we're not live. I know that, and it's because I can't see you, and they can't see me, and that's okay. Lee had a prior engagement, actually, last minute. He had some family come from out of town.
Prior engagement last minute.
Yeah, last minute prior engagement. Yeah. So
he's having another baby right now.
Out. Fucking Greg's out because, you know, he's Greg. He started his journey with, what's it called? Caligula.
Chlamydia?
Yeah, it starts with a C. I know it's something like that. Community?
No idea what you're
Nobody's
talking
helping you out here, yeah.
Nobody's helping me help.
I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
What journey is he on?
Damn it. I had it saved in my tabs too, and I'm not even sure what it is now. It's like celibacy. No. That doesn't help you lose weight.
Cocaine.
Challenger. Calibrate.
There it is. Commiserate. Yep. So, anyways, he started doing the commiserate, and decided he's going to take the next few weeks off. We probably won't see him again until the 19th. So,
damn,
that'll be fun. But we are taking next week off for those that are listening. Just fair warning, because we all want to have a holiday with our families. So,
and hey, the week after that, I'm going to take a week off too.
Oh my God, yeah. That's my birthday week.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm going to go celebrate your birthday.
Are you coming out for my birthday?
Sure.
There it is.
Sure I am.
Is that why Greg's watching your dog? So you can come out for my birthday? Great.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Absolutely. 100%.
I like it.
100%. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, and then Art didn't show up because Art flakes at everything, including Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh,
second session, and it was 7 hours. It was insane. So yeah, I watched a guy. It happened to be on the same day that 7-Eleven did the bring your own container for Slurpees Day for $2, and my buddy had a 2-gallon like igloo thing, and it fit. So he got 2 gallons of Slurpee for $2.
So everybody from Rick's house today now has diabetes.
Oh, nobody drank from it but him. He's definitely going to be diabetic.
How much did he finish?
I don't. He was drinking it. I mean, he was putting it down, and then on top of that, he ate cake. Like he had like a bunch of food and cake and snacks. And I'm like, dude, like seriously. All I was thinking was like, man, you were gonna. Oh, and then he showed up and he's like, I want you to. I know you love that Baja Blast, so I brought you this new Baja Blast. It was like mango. And he opens it up. He's like, taste it. You know, go ahead and have a big swig. I'm like, yeah, that's really good. And then I'm like, wait, but this tastes really sweet. And I look and it's because I'm drinking Reds. This was not the Marlboro Lights of drinks. So he gave me a full flavored there with like 45 grams of sugar. I was like, well, thanks, man. I had like 3 drinks. I was like, it's like my daily allowance of sugar. So yeah, he had a couple of those. He had he went hardcore, man.
It sounds like you went hardcore. Like
no way. All I did, I went hardcore on my chili. I ate the fuck out of some chili, but it was keto chili.
Okay.
So, you know.
Are you on the keto diet?
Can you explain keto chili?
Keto chili. I removed the beans. I substituted the sugar. I used stevia, and then of course I used really lean meats. And then, of course, you thicken it up with tomatoes. So you don't use anything that's going to be crazy or that might have carbohydrates in it.
Did you put anything beside to substitute for the beans or no? Just tomatoes?
No, just tomatoes. I actually cooked down. It came down with a really, really good consistency. And then what I did is, of course, I cooked beans and I put them on the side. So if anybody wanted to add beans to their chili, because first of all, you don't put fucking beans in chili. That is soup. You know, I'm just going to throw that out there. But I did put it to the side. Chili doesn't have beans, Duper. That is not chili. Is literally meat and sauce. That is chili.
You know,
you're talking about stews.
Speaking of beans, that's a pretty good transition into our non-sponsor.
I was about to say it.
Who's our non-sponsor?
Nothing cleans you out like a good hard shot from your butt bidet. Rick's had a butt bidet for years. He turns his butt bidet on at least once or twice a day. Rick loves his butt bidet, and his butt bidet loves him back. Nothing cleans out your backside like a butt bidet as it reaches places that other butt devices simply can't reach. The like button knows that you know that you want and need a butt bidet. Get your butt bidet anywhere that sells butt-related merchandise and goods. Legal warning, despite what the media might say about butt bidets, there's no risk of monkeypox through interaction with your butt bidet and your butt. Butt bidets are a safe and effective way to clean your butt. Tell us about your butt bidet experience below in the comment section.
So, what comment section? We're not live.
Well, once it's, I mean, it actually helps us when they comment after the show's done, because like the comments I think that they do during the live actually doesn't translate over into.
That's true.
The
So let's drop that in the
itself.
YouTube video.
Can I send
this
Rick
will
the
be a
picture?
video. We'll put that up.
Is Rick ready to see the picture? Or are we going to hold
I
off?
really want to see the picture.
Well, I will send you the picture later
Actually,
on.
don't show me the
Well-
picture. I don't want to see it. Wait until we're live and we can show it to the world at the same
You
time.
sure? Because I can send it to you right now. I got it loaded up.
All right, send it to me right now.
All right. So there is a typo in this one, and it has been corrected, but this was a rough draft. So you
Okay.
now have it in your text message.
You could thank Lee for that typo.
Well, yeah, no,
So-
I noticed Leo. He's generally the typo guy. Great producer, terrible spelling.
So this is the picture of Rick, peeing out of his backside. Well, I guess the water is actually shooting into his backside as he's like laying very awkwardly. I don't know how you take a shit like that, but it happens. We'll post that on the social media, so then you guys can all see it once we
Why
get
am I
the
from Idaho?
finalized graphic.
Rick from Idaho.
But so Rick, can you one very important thing with sponsors and non-sponsors is that you're supposed to give a testimony about your butt bidet. So can you tell us about your butt bidet?
I'll tell you this: there's nothing better for your asshole than feeling the cold pressure of a stream of water cleaning out whatever you just exploded. Just so you know, it'll take anything. It'll take Lucy's. It'll take the runners. It'll take the goddamn speckle. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you could shit a Zeppelin. That's going to clean your ass better than a whole roll of toilet paper. I've saved so much money. That's all I want you to know. I've saved so much goddamn money on toilet paper since I put the bidets in.
I feel like
Josh,
the butt bidet is actually the first marketable item that we could actually sell. Like, I feel like we
I
can
want
make
my
money
face
off
on
this.
it. So, like, it would be funny if it's like, because I get the gap in my teeth. So if it was just like my two teeth hanging down and they sprayed out of my teeth with my face, like,
Rick,
just
can you
right
have your
there.
buddy make one on his 3D printer?
He could
And put our
probably
logo on
3D
it?
Yeah, speaking of that, that's a real thing. Like, we were talking this week and
3D printers? No shit.
No.
Whoa!
Our Cockosauruses are. He's just waiting on Lee to send him the STL file so that he can
Oh.
start printing them.
Waiting on the
And,
producer again.
huh?
Waiting on the producer again.
Just waiting on him to put the little logo on there. As long as he can edit that, and then he needs to make it hollow. We're gonna have so many Cockosauruses to give away.
Yeah,
It's
Lee's
stupid.
more likely to send him an STD than an STL. So I love you, buddy.
It's so true.
So, did you guys hear about this? The affidavit came out, right? And it was
Yes, the redacted.
it was slightly redacted. And
It's very
the
redacted.
reason why I really wanted to talk about this week is that we also had a redacted document that just came out, and I will share this on social media, but I'm going to send it to you guys right now. So this redacted document comes from a couple weeks ago, and it explains why we had a live show and then we deleted it. We completely got rid of it. So, what this is, so I've sent it to you guys, and it explains what happened a couple weeks ago. And I did get approval from the parties involved, and so you can now see the
I'm looking it up.
redacted version of what happened a couple of weeks ago. So it does say Chapel's Chicken and meat, chicken, signed by, we don't know because we don't want to put their names at risk,
Oh, that was also
and there was also a date removed as well. So
everything was redacted.
Everything appeared. I mean, not everything, right? I mean, we do have some information to go off of on this
Curious,
document. So,
was this an open investigation? Also,
was this an open investigation? It
Yeah,
almost
were they
destroyed a podcast. Like a podcast almost
serious.
fell apart 100%
You're true,
completely.
true,
it was
true.
almost gone
It
and almost
crumbled
vanished
on the
into nothing.
live show too. It almost
Yeah.
fell apart live. Like
Yeah,
they were watching the train wreck.
Thankfully, it wasn't a highly watched episode, and it's left the conspiracy theories as to what actually happened. I mean, besides that, this information that is now public for everybody to know exactly what happened that week and why we didn't have a live show.
Greg
or
said
any
he
video
declassified
or
all this
audio.
information though.
Well, that's true, but he deleted it all as well. So he also went the Hillary Clinton route on this. Like, he made sure it was all taken off the server.
Oh, okay.
And not only that, but then he went and deleted some previous episodes as well. But
He went on the full bonanza at that point.
oh yeah.
Oh, man,
Benghazi
it was
was in
crazy.
full effect. So
Ugh.
yeah,
So
I have some gems for the live show this week, and nothing is
I
panning
know
out.
it's not going to land because there's no live show. I'm so upset we didn't have a live before the holiday.
I know, but I can't wait. Like, this is timely. I can't wait 3 more weeks to come out with this Chapel's Chicken redaction.
Well, I mean, we can still show it. It'll still be. I'm sure Trump's not going to stop talking about this for 3 weeks.
The Chapel's Chicken?
Yes. This is huge.
this is
I'm
big
just
news,
checking
man.
Truth Social right now because I am a liberal and that's what we do. And
Yeah.
on Truth Social right now, I'm seeing that Trump is saying that we need to release the unredacted version.
Yeah.
He's asked for a judge to specially.
Well,
appoint
the problem
supervisor.
is that video was subpoenaed, and they took that shit too. They took the video. Like, we don't even have it anymore.
All we have
like-
is an audio recording somewhere.
We don't know. That's gone too, right?
I'm assuming that
I think
somebody
we do.
captured it.
We do have to. Oh no, that's right. That's in my base. That's in my closet. It's in between a whole bunch of newspaper articles. So I still have that in my closet.
There's so much going on here. Truth Social's blowing up about churches.
Yeah,
Churches. Or wait, I say churches.
Yeah, you did.
Chapels. Chapels. Chicken.
Chapel's Chicken. So right off the bat, we're hitting it with 2 non-sponsors. One that never truly existed.
Oh man. Hey, did you hear about the guy that got monkeypox and then he also got coronavirus
Yes.
and then he got like AIDS or something? What was the third
He
thing?
got
I don't remember
HIV.
what it was. It was HIV,
Jesus.
right? He had a
Yeah, and
wild weekend in Spain.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I
was
was gonna
insane.
throw that out there.
Is that why Lee's not on?
That's a lot of tests that you gotta get running yourself, right? I mean, shit. And how do you even get the test when you got to quarantine the entire time?
Well, did they test him for AIDS first? Which one did they go for?
Dude,
Like, I'm trying to figure. What do you? How do you know? Like, at what point do you like? I can't. Maybe there's more there, and they're like, dude, if we test you for anything else, you're just gonna be positive. Like, you're waving at the nurse, like, put the bronchitis test away. Like,
no,
please don't look for strep.
don't bring out the polio test.
Like, God
Leave that
damn
one.
it, we can't have all this. Like, what do you mean? There's a Spanish flu. Like, who is this guy? And I feel like he's probably the variant. Like, we caught him, guys. COVID is now going to be over because we caught the variant.
Well,
was a
is COVID still a thing? I'm a little bit confused.
Well, apparently it is, and he's the variant. He was trying to make a COVID, HIV, monkeypox strain.
So you think that this new COVID variant also contains monkeypox and HIV?
I'm saying this wasn't even a man, Duper. It was the virus dressed like a man, and he was mutating.
You know what I'm starting to think? Gain of function research. Fucking Dr. Fauci's at it again. He's mutating them all into one thing. That
Just making
son
it
of a
thing.
bitch.
Well, maybe he was thinking it'd be simpler to have one vaccine for all of them.
That's why he's
There you
getting
go.
out, right? Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's trying to streamline it, and he's like, you know what? This went really bad. I'm gonna get out right now. I retire. He's gonna move that date up because he's already moved it up once. I'm gonna retire at the end of Biden's administration, and then
I thought it was
I'm gonna
the
retire.
end of December.
I'm gonna retire at the end of December, and now it's gonna be like, oh, dude, now that this is out, I retired yesterday. Like that's somebody else's problem. I don't even fucking know what's going on. I quit that job.
All right, so
I'm
this
working
dude,
I'm working at Wendy's, bitch.
he's Italian. It's an Italian guy. He went on a 5-day trip to Spain, and this is why you don't go to Spain with their weird lisps. Barcelona.
What?
He came down with
I
a
don't know.
fever,
Right.
a sore throat, and a headache on June 29th. So that's 9 days after he gets back. So he should have been in the clear, right? On July 2nd, 3 days later, he tests positive for COVID. Then he notices a rash on his left arm later that afternoon. So the next few days, that rash became small, painful blisters that spread across his face, torso, legs, and glutes. And by July 5th, he went to the emergency room in Italy where he was admitted into the infectious disease unit. That's when they figured out it was monkeypox. So they started collecting samples. While the guy was in Spain, what he had explained, what he had been doing, his activities. I mean, he had a hell of a trip.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
Yeah, he said he had had unprotected sex with other
Yep.
men.
Yeah,
which is obviously
multiple.
the highest-
And I'm gonna say right off the bat, it wasn't one dude, was it?
It was not.
No.
It said
Okay.
men, not man, not a man. It said other men. So
Okay.
yeah, there was a lot going on there. Okay, so yeah, July 6th is when he tests positive from monkeypox, and then he gets hit with HIV because they gave him a test because he slept with other men. So then same day he tests positive for HIV, and then that's when they figured out that he had the BA.5.1 Omicron variant. I don't know which is that the most recent one.
This might be a controversial statement, and even with all the information that now we have about monkeypox, but I really don't think it's a gay disease. What I think it is a whore disease. If you're a fucking man whore and you're fucking 20 dudes,
I think if you're any kind of a
monkeypox
whore,
is pretty high. Yeah.
Well, because it's clearly not a gay disease. Obviously, it's very obvious and apparent that it is spreading around the homosexual community, but that doesn't mean that as soon as it jumps over to the promiscuous fucking youth community, they're not going to start getting it too on the hetero side. It's just about sex. That's what it comes down to, right? And being close to each other. So yeah, it's not a gay disease. It's just, are you a hooker?
Well, I hope Lee gets better soon.
Oh man, if you're a dumb slut, I don't know.
Fuck,
So yeah, based on the incubation periods of COVID-19 and monkeypox, the patient may have caught them at the same time. The doctors stated. COVID-19 symptoms tend to appear 2 to 14 days, and monkeypox is 3 to 17 days.
False information right now off this article.
What?
There's no fucking way he had 3 dicks in his ass at the same time. He caught it at 3 individual times. It might have been at one event, but it wasn't all at one time.
What if he got one dude and that day, because it's all the same day, it would have been at the same time, right? So it would have been that day and that one sexual experience.
Whatever.
So one guy had COVID. What if it was like the 3 bears, but it was HIV, COVID,
that's not the same time. That's the same time frame, but that's not the
same time. Yeah, that's what
Could
they're
have
saying.
been an orgy.
It's not the same time.
I feel like it was the 3 bears.
I
feel like he was frolicking around naked in a house, and he went to the first bed, and he's like, "This isn't right." And that guy had COVID. So then he goes to the next bed, and he's like, "This bed's too cold." And that guy had monkeypox. And then he goes to the third bed, and he's like, "Oh, this one's just right." And it turns out he had HIV. So that's probably what happened.
Yeah. Which one? Which one do you think he worries about the most? Like, which one is keeping him up at night?
I would think HIV, right?
I would think so too.
That's the autoimmune disorder. I mean, like that's the one that scares the shit out of. I saw Philadelphia. God damn! You saw what Denzel had to go through just trying to defend
25 years ago.
30 years ago now, dude.
Yeah.
30 years ago.
I'm so old. I was talking to this girl, and she was talking about how her dad is building a house, and she's like, "My dad, he wants to build this house," and I'm like, "Oh, that's really cool." And she's like, "Yeah, but he's getting old and he needs to slow down." I'm like, "How old is he?" And she was like, 48. I was like,
"What?
What the 48? You bitch!" I would have like, "You little bitch!" Like I would have been so mad. I would have said the most disrespectful things like that. I don't care. Like, who the fuck
old is this
this
girl you're talking to, Duper?
All right,
she was in her 20s. So,
robbing the cradle. That's gross, dude.
I didn't say I was talking to her in that way. I don't want to catch monkeypox.
Just gonna throw it out there. We were partying, and you were in the army when she was born.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah. Yeah. I think about that kind of stuff all the time as a single guy now.
Yeah.
You weren't born during the 9/11. Ugh.
What do you mean you don't know what 9/11 is? like,
Like,
ugh.
I feel like a World War II veteran at this point talking about Pearl Harbor. It's
They're like, I
yeah.
remember just before kindergarten we killed Osama bin Laden. like, ugh.
Remember the unity that America felt right after 9/11? These
Yeah.
kids have no idea what that feels like. None.
That's why we're
Zero.
in the predicament we're in right now.
So we need somebody to bomb us with the plane. So
I'm
then
not saying we need
better?
another 9/11. I am not implying that.
No,
Are you
that's terrible.
implying that though?
No,
Does that
not at all.
make sense?
No.
Why are you
Well,
implying that we need
you
another
know what's
9/11 to
crazy?
come
You
together?
know what's crazy as shit is like I think even in today's society that wouldn't work because we see these school shootings and how that divides us.
I would say that what was it in 2012? Newton? The school shooting. Newton, Connecticut?
No.
Sandy Hook.
Yeah.
Sandy Hook. That one brought a lot of us together. Because it wasn't about and I feel like that's where I saw a lot of it. Because a lot of us didn't give a fuck.
Kids, yeah.
Huh?
Because they're little grade school kids.
Nobody gave a fuck what about guns or the argument around what. At that time, all anybody was doing was grieving. So I don't know.
We were immediately very divided on that one too.
Why the fuck? Why does it take some kind of horrible tragedy for us to come together?
Because we're spoiled little rich brats that run around entitled. Silence.
I don't know.
It's true.
Josh ignored you. He was crumpling like dollar bills in his ear.
He couldn't hear that. Dude. Josh had $100 bills.
I had to clean my ears.
Yeah, we have nothing else to really argue about. We've gotten rid of the need to seek out basic necessities, and we've moved on to a part in our society where we're just fighting over nonsense.
Maybe we need to go back to basic necessities.
You know what else I think? This is fucking stupid. I think that they are working towards making us all into a singularity. Okay, so for anybody out there, be ready for some trigger warnings in this one. So this is
Look, get the money out and start crumbling it now, Josh.
This is a conspiracy theory that I'm kind of working on. What I think that they're doing through plastic surgery and the erasure of all genders and things of that sort is just trying to make us all look exactly the same. I think in 40 years, we're all going to look exactly the same, every one of us. And that's how they want it.
And what are we going to look like?
Oh, dude, just a synthetic man. Because you
just
see that already.
Can I just throw it out there that science has already proven that we're going to evolve into a similar looking species once we start mingling all our races?
I knew it.
It's supposed to happen over generations.
Yeah,
so they
and
were
we're gonna
like
do it through
1,000 years
surgery.
from now, we're gonna look like the same human. Everybody's the same.
But it's all gonna be through science now. We're advancing this.
Like
the
Ken
big
dolls?
Science
threat.
already did this though. Science did it.
We're gonna look like shitty ass Ken dolls, but with like flour all over our face. It's gonna be terrible and Botox lips.
So we're going back to the 1600s.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Oh man! All right, so I just I'm curious. Did anybody watch the new South Park movies, the Streaming Wars?
No.
Well, the Streaming Wars was from like 20 years ago, right?
No, the Streaming Wars just came out.
Oh, I'm thinking of the Cartoon Wars. No, I've not watched this.
Okay, watch the Streaming Wars, and then I need to talk to you guys about Matt Damon. That's all. I just want to throw it out
no. Is he back?
there.
Matt
Damon's in.
Damon.
Are you in?
What is it? What streaming channel is it on?
It's on HBO,
Paramount
right?
Plus. It's fucking
I don't know
incredible.
Paramount.
So it's funny because it's two parts, right? It's two movies. The first one was like, okay, that's funny. Like, it's all right. And then the second one comes in and it just pays off so fucking hard. Like, just so much shit. You don't stop laughing in the second one. You'll like it. I know I'm jumping out of it. I just thought about it right now because I got a text because somebody else understands. Greg understood my text earlier.
What was that?
Fortune favors the bold. It's from Matt Damon when he did the crypto commercials.
Okay, yeah, I don't
And
get it.
all Trey Parker and Matt Stone do is make fun of him for selling out to the crypto thing.
Yeah,
You'll see it. You'll understand.
So
I'm not gonna ruin that.
California.
What about California? It's on fire. It's in a drought. It's underwater. There's a storm. There's a flood.
There's a riot.
Homeless people. What? There's always something in California. Everybody loves picking on us.
Okay, so you guys are on
Our dicks are small.
on Gavin Newsom's desk is a bill that would ban all gas combustion engines.
Oh, he's signing that shit. What do you mean on his desk? It's a done deal.
And the decision is to take effect by 2035. So no new gasoline car sales in the state of California. And there's something like 12 more states that are expected to follow suit.
That was exactly why they were like, "Oh, California's leading the way. It'll be a nationwide thing shortly." So cool.
Yeah, I mean, a third of the nation, if you count that as a nation, but whatever.
I mean, that's where all
Close
the people
enough.
are. So
Yeah,
that makes
a lot
sense.
of idiots.
That's just where the majority of the population live.
So what do you think about that, though?
Time to motor swap everything.
I'm looking for infrastructure. So let's see if they're going to have the capability to have. Because right now, what did they say? They need 100,000 charging stations in California.
I think they said 1.2 million or 1.2 million, and they currently have 8,000 or 18,000.
We have 18,000. We don't need 1.2 million in the state. We needed 100,000 in the state.
No,
That's what they said. By 2035 is what they expect.
okay. Well, we can go with
Pretty
either
sure.
number, but they're
Pretty sure I
nowhere
heard that.
near it.
No, you know what? It's not 100,000. It's like 400,000. It was something, but it's not. It's definitely not million, but it's
I'm pretty
hundreds
sure-
of thousands of stations. And it's like,
Uh,
where the fuck are you going to build them? How the fuck are you going to build them? Who the fuck's going to pay for it? What the fuck am I going to do with all of my free time sitting around at these little gas stations? Like, has anybody gotten smart enough to say I want a Tesla supercharger, but I'm also going to make this a movie theater and like an entertainment place or maybe a water park? Oh, we can't do a water park. We're in a drought too. So something. We're going to have something here. Titty bar
You,
right next to the supercharger.
So, Rick, speaking about the drought, right? That's a pretty big deal out there in California.
It's a pretty big deal, and nobody thought about a titty bar next to a supercharger yet.
And let me ask you about this, Rick. You're a big advocate of climate change. So I got a proposal on that.
Okay.
I think that they should get rid of all the golf courses.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. Republicans try to come through and use that, and then as soon as
Did
you
they?
start to do
Who
it, those
said that?
same rich fucking Republicans, the guy that was running for mayor,
Oh.
Rick Caruso,
Was he?
He's like,
Well, good for
we
him.
can
He's
get
right.
rid of him. And then
Good.
the city council's like, okay, let's get rid of him. And then all of a
Good.
sudden, Rick Caruso backed up. He's like, no, actually, we need to keep the golf courses. So I agree that we should get rid of some of the golf courses.
all
I don't
of
think
them.
that we need.
It's a waste.
You don't need to get rid of all of
It's a
them. They're
waste.
not
You
a
guys-
waste, actually.
You guys
They
should
just
golf on fucking dirt. Do it on sand.
Here's an example.
An
We
entire
have,
sand
two,
pit.
we have two golf courses in this valley that work off an aquifer that is solely theirs, and it recycles back in.
that's what I was
So-
gonna say.
What's that?
No, I was gonna say they need to use reclaimed water or whatever.
Yeah, and this is all reclaimed water. That's all
That-
this
that
golf
water-
course. These golf
That water needs
courses
to go
use.
somewhere that's more useful. What I think that you need to do with the game of golf is
It's-
reinvent
dude,
the
it's
game of golf.
nothing.
Here's what you need to do with golf, Rick.
So
Instead of
the water on
currently,
that fucking
in-
golf.
instead
Hold
of-
on.
Think about this,
The
Rick.
water on that
You have
goddamn
all-
golf course
you have
will only
all-
work in a house. It'll give you showers in a neighborhood for a week, and then it's fucking gone. Or you can just keep fucking one beautiful little golf course in the middle of fucking nowhere because they're on an aquifer.
I want you to be able to keep your golf, Rick. This is important to me. And here's my proposal. Here's what I think you should get.
Trying to take
All
my
right,
golf.
And this
Hashtag
is-
not
this-
my president.
This is this is my compromise to you, buddy. All right. So whenever you're going up the tee up, and hit the ball with your bat, then you get a 2 foot by 2 foot piece of grass that you can carry around with you, in which you can put it down, place your ball on this 2 feet by 2 feet piece of synthetic grass,
Mm-hmm.
which we're gonna have to make out of recycled materials because we don't want to make it out of fossil fuels. In which you can hit from there, and then you hit it downfield, right? And then
Downfield?
yeah, downfield you hit it, right?
Okay.
And then you run to the next base, and then you put down your patch of grass, and then you can hit it again until you get your field goal.
I think we should also get rid of all the ice in ice hockey.
Fuck
be
you,
fair.
dude. But Isn't that already what? See, and
So-
that's exactly the opposite of this problem, right? Because you believe in climate change, and you believe in global warming, and you believe that the Earth is warming to an.
Yeah, but you know why it's warming? Because we're trying to refrigerate ice in Las Vegas.
And what's important is that we're trying to cool the
Oh, look at how
environment.
he ignores the fact that we're fucking pumping out greenhouse gases to make sure his Vegas Knights have some place to play.
Hey, what we're trying to do is cool down to Vegas, and it's important, okay? So remember how Mom used to always say, don't leave the door open because you don't want to AC the entire neighborhood? Well, that's what the Golden Knights are doing, is that they're ACing the entire neighborhood, which is great thing. They're doing really good
I can camp and live.
work.
I can survive on a golf course if I had to. There's birds to eat. There's water to swim in and keep clean.
Yeah.
I don't have to see anybody. I've got all of nature and it's reclaimed water. I'm good.
And
you'll have the
same things. You'll have the same things.
Resource. You can't get that out of the T-Mobile arena. The
T-Mobile
arena.
Rick, you're gonna have the same things with your
all I
2
have to
foot
do
by
is kill
2
your
foot
power.
piece of grass that you can hit.
Hit the switch, and all of a sudden that shit melts away, and it'll get reclaimed back into the earth, the springs of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And we're doing better. So just get rid of all the ice hockey, and then we'll get rid of the golf courses.
What if when they change the ice out, they water all the golf courses in Vegas with them?
There you go. So Vegas has a fucking shit ton of fucking golf courses, though. Why do they have so many?
That's actually what made me think about it. I didn't know that your governor or mayor, whoever out there was advocating for it.
Well, we've all looked at it. I mean, because they actually did get rid of. They've already closed down a bunch of the municipals because there's like county-owned, city-owned golf courses. And then there's private golf courses. The problem is it's not so much the county owned because they follow water rules. You have a lot of problems with these country clubs, the private clubs that are just the fucking, the billionaires that run the fucking country. And they're like, no, you can't fuck with my shit. Although they use the most water and it's not reclaimed. It's just used. Like a good example. And I'm not saying Trump. I'm just saying that it's a Trump golf club. I know he doesn't actually run this one, but they are right on the ocean in LA. Mm-hmm. How come they're not desalinating and using that water? Why are they pulling from?
Expensive.
It is expensive.
It's very expensive.
You're fucking Donald Trump, and you got a badass golf course. You can't, you're already charging everybody $200-300 to golf there.
That's already
you can afford it.
That's the most simple solution to all of our water problems in the country too. Is just to remove the salt from saltwater in the ocean.
Yeah, desalinate. Yeah,
I mean it's very simple.
It's and you said it's expensive.
It's not simple, but
it's not as expensive as you think. It's just getting the infrastructure there is what costs money.
Yeah,
and
but we're
never
wasting
gonna
all
get
this
there.
money on the green energy shit. Why not fucking the most important thing, which is drought?
I 100% agree with
like
you.
It doesn't
they should
fucking
be taking
make
a
sense.
huge chunk of that. Stop with the fucking electric cars for a little while, just a little while, and let's start saying, okay, instead of putting our money towards that, let's look at how can we get the water out of the ocean. Simple.
Let's figure out how to make an electric car, which on average costs something like $68,000 versus $48,000 for a combustible engine car. Let's get the cost down first, right? And then when it comes to these electric vehicles, California, you guys already have rolling blackouts and rolling brownouts, and your grid is already stressed to a point that you can't handle it. Now you want every car to be electric on top of that, dude. You guys are fucked.
No, it's stupid. And their answer to bringing the price down is just like, oh, we'll subsidize you. And it's like, oh, cool.
That's doing nothing.
Thanks. That's not doing anything. It still costs money somewhere. Like, no, figure out how to make it cheaper.
The price of electricity bills in California has doubled in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
It's going to get worse.
Thank God we got solar,
with that many EV cars on the road. Your electricity is because it's gonna cost you as much money, it costs you more money to charge your electric vehicle car than it does to run your AC. Dude, that's insane. That's insane.
Yeah, me neither.
Solar power, baby.
I just put a solar panel dedicated to that fucking power wall.
Your entire structure and your entire grid will be overstressed to the point that it can't handle it.
This place is a desert. They shouldn't be here anyways. Our grid can't handle it now.
Yeah, nearest golf courses.
To be real, if we're really honest, that's the problem. And then here's the thing. So everybody talks shit about California, right? I did not know that Utah was such a piece of shit. Fucking Utah.
You know who's
when it
not
comes
a piece
to water? Huh?
You know who's not a piece of shit about water? Nevada.
Nevada's
they're fucked, dude.
Are trays running out?
Well, no,
they're running out, but it's not because of them. It's because of fucking Arizona and Utah.
And Arizona and California. California is a big issue. Central Utah is a big. Okay. California is a big issue because what
Utah is the biggest user of anything coming out of the Colorado River. Do you know that, right? Like Utah is literally the state that uses the most of the Colorado River water. Arizona is number 2. California is 3rd. We're not even there yet.
I don't think
And
that
by
that's
the way,
true.
Utah uses twice as much water as anybody else.
Hey, Dupe, I just want to
Look
let
it
you know I don't use any of your water. I have a well.
Well.
I'm actually looking at the Utah
just
water
trying to
rights
get you
right
back
now.
on that a little bit.
It's so this is the Division of Water Rights. This was written like, goddamn, I don't remember what they said. It was a long time ago, right? And they're on a use it or lose it provision. I know that. I'm trying to find the fucking water
We're
rights
all
thing.
getting
I know
quiet.
This is so
Josh,
engaging. Yeah, well, I'm
Josh,
trying to
carry
find
the
it.
show. Carry the show because I'm also looking it up.
Talk about it, Josh.
Well,
Yeah,
we're fucked on. I'm playing a game on my phone, so.
So, damn it, dude. But yeah, Nevada, who's been very water conscious, now we have to drop our water levels another 8%.
Which is
Right.
bullshit because you guys already did. Was it like 46%, right? And it was supposed to be 25.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what.
I thought it
I'm
was
trying
some
to find the
ridiculous
numbers,
number
and
like
I don't want to quote the numbers because
1922. It's 100 years old. Colorado River Compact. That's what it was. It was for the entire basin of the American Southwest, allocating all of the water rights to the Interstate Compact. It involves 7 states, right? Colorado taking the most. They get 51%, right?
just because of fucking namesake.
Yeah. So Utah takes 23%, Wyoming gets 14%, New Mexico 11.25, and then in the north upper basin, this is the upper basin of the river, right? So the top part.
Oh, is that what upper means?
Upper. This is how it's distributed, right? Arizona gets like 0.7%. In the lower basin, which is roughly about the same amount, California gets 58%. Arizona gets 37%. Nevada gets 4%. Nevada is already only getting 4% of the entire Colorado River, and you guys have to cut.
So here's the reason why is because when those allocation numbers were created, that was based off of population levels within the states, right? So Nevada was a wasteland. We had nobody here.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get screwed hard on these water rights. And you know what? It's created an environment where we're very resourceful. And I wish California and I wish our neighboring states would take the same measures that we've taken here in Nevada.
So the desert has. I will say that for California, like out here, we're careful.
It took you guys fucking 10 years of drought before you made any changes, though.
No, that's true because it's California, and we're like, no, it'll get green. like it's all good. But we do really well in the desert. LA County's always been the strictest, and somehow we still have the biggest problems with fucking water, and it always comes down to like, oh, this celebrity wasted 80,000 gallons on his fucking lawn this month. There was something about like Kevin Hart. I saw 3 different celebrities or something got caught, and they used 80,000 gallons of water last month. Like, how? First of all,
that dude's like 4 feet tall, dude. He doesn't need that much water. Like, yeah, he needs like a kiddie pool. He could take a bath. Kevin Hart's
and they
coming
get away with it.
he's all, you know.
So it pisses me off because there's really not.
Kevin Hart could probably take a bath in the sink. Like, come on, man.
Sylvester Stallone, Kevin Hart, and Kim and Kourtney Kardashian. They were served notices for exceeding their monthly water budgets at least 4 times.
Yeah, California is one of the states with the biggest income discrepancies in the nation. So for a very socialist, communist wannabe state, you guys don't give a fuck about the middle class. You want the poor and you want the rich, and that's it.
100%.
And you see that within the water allocations, right? I mean, these celebrities, there's no consequence to them for wasting all this water and doing whatever the fuck that they're doing with it. They don't give a shit. You can find them all day. It's a money-making resource for the state. It's not about conserving water for the state.
No, exactly.
It's a hypocritical state. Actually do things like
I don't want to say it's a hypocritical state. I want to say that there are a lot of people here that do give a fuck, right? Like I will say that there's like me, I cut back. I'm in a different county. I'm in Kern County. I'm not in LA County. I'm right on the border. I don't have to cut back on my water. There are no restrictions on my county. I still cut back on my water because I'm in a fucking desert and we're in a fucking drought. And I was, I'm realizing like, okay, I still have to do a little bit. I know it's not going to help as much as I would like to, but I'm also not going to be the one fucking dude with my sprinklers running all day long, burning that shit up. Because eventually one day that shit is going to go away because we're not going to have anything. And by then it's going to be like, oh, maybe we should build some desalinization plants, like down the coast or something. And it'll be too fucking late. But I am trying, and I think there are people that are trying and care. It's just, you have way too many elites here, way too many rich people, right? That's what California has way too many of. And they do whatever the fuck they want, and we're the ones paying for it,
Yeah, you guys are the ones that have to make the cutbacks. You guys are the ones that have to reduce your water usage. Well, actually, no.
We're not. So far gone now on that.
Us in Nevada, we have to make the reductions.
Yeah. You guys are down to 2%.
Fuck it. 7-8% is what we have to decline. And we're already getting nothing.
It's super disappointing. Like, okay, you guys got to watch Streaming Wars. Just I'm gonna throw this out there. South Park Streaming Wars. It is not about the cable network streaming. It's a metaphor for it, of course, but it's actually about it's about the drought. So, and about how the pot farmers and all the farmers can sell a portion of their water allotment to Denver for them to use. And like it turns into a stream, like their streams are trying to sell it to different places, and it becomes like streaming wars. That's how it all goes. But very fucking smart, and they do talk a lot about this, and it's funny because they're showing the hypocrisy of it. Like, we all recognize there's a problem. We do recognize there's a fucking problem here. How we get there and understand it, it's not man-made, it's a cycle. I don't give a fuck. The fact is, we're in a fucking drought. We have a real problem with water right now, and we're not doing anything to fix it. We're just propagating the problem. And we're cutting a lot of people back, and they're like, some people are just going to have to tighten their belts on the water. And it's like, why do I have to tighten my belt? Go tell that motherfucker with a fucking 500,000 fucking square foot house to figure out what he's going to do with all those fucking plants he put in there that aren't native to this state, that need way too much goddamn water to survive here. Like, what the fuck is my problem? Like, get the fuck out of here with my fucking zero-scape shit.
I think a huge issue that happened was Hollywood selling Main Street to America, right? So Hollywood, they sold this idea of Main Street, which is a Ohio type of city, right? It's green and it's lush. You got your suburban house, and you got your lawn out front, and everybody wanted that. That's what we chased for decades. The problem with chasing that when you live in a desert environment is that that's not your natural environment. We need to learn how to appreciate our environment and what's around us, and not try to create it into something that is not. And that's a huge issue that we have.
I'm gonna throw it out there. Where I live, people didn't live here. Like
Nevada too.
There were no indigenous cultures that were like, we're gonna live there.
Nevada was known as a wasteland, and the only reason why we're able to live in climates like ours currently is because of modern marvels such as air conditioning. Right?
Well, not only that, you guys figured out how to pull from the springs.
Yeah.
So you were able to find water and resources.
So, I mean, and that's not entirely true. There were indigenous tribes in this area, but I mean, they were fucking hot. Fuck that, dude. They were a much more hardy people than we are. So I will give them a lot of credit on that aspect. But at the end of the day, what we need to do as people is just appreciate the surroundings that we have and the landscapes that we have for the beauty that is in each one of these various landscapes that we've built upon. So, and maybe less cities. This is not popular within the left, right? The left wants everybody to move into bigger cities, but all that concrete, all that asphalt, that only makes these areas
That's one of the reasons
hotter.
why I moved out of Vegas. I couldn't handle that. Like, it's just, it holds the heat and it sucks.
It's terrible.
It's miserable.
And in Vegas, the light is so reflective off of all these surfaces that it's blinding at times. It's hard to see because it's so fucking bright.
Yeah, trying to drive on the freeway.
Yeah.
You've got that asphalt. It's sucks. It sucks. I get it. I mean, it's a great city for a lot of things, but not all the things. I don't know.
Wow. So we kind of sort of agree on these things.
I mean, sort of, yeah. Because you're never going to agree that it's global warming, though.
I'm getting a tingling. Like, this feels good. Is that? Are you getting it too, or is that just the butt
Josh, it's the bidet. Bidet tingles. It always tingles. Oh man, we made it through 45 minutes. Look at that. That was quick.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
she said.
All right.
Should we save the rest for the second show this week?
Yeah.
All right,
Let's
we're
do
gonna
it.
do that. Josh, what else do you have to say?
I agree.
I got you on my radar, it's a beauty